Yeah. So the holidays were cool. We took family photos shortly before Halloween. That came out beautiful, came out wonderful. It was really nice seeing the kids dressed up, you know.
I'm eating Chick-fil-A awesome fish food, and look at this kid. Oh, wow.
Being in the crib, it was cool to be able to decorate this house for the first time for Halloween, because I love Halloween. I love decorating. And it was dope to be able to see the lights in the house, see how the kids reacted to it, and just to set like a kind of like a spooky but like cool environment for them. It was awesome being able to go trick-or-treating with them. And this year I decided to dress up as Rick Sanchez. It wasn't even on my list to do that, but when I saw the wig at the costume store, I was like, yeah, I'm going as Rick. It was also dope being able to decorate the house for Christmas. Liliana turned 4, which to me is still so crazy to say. My baby girl, my firstborn. Wow, man. It was a super blessing to be able to buy the kids so many gifts. Miles had a lot of things that he didn't even open. So, yeah, I mean, we'll just give them to him another time. But that truly was a blessing.
Wanted to show off my PJs. Anxiously waiting on the fam to wake up. Merry Christmas.
New Year's rolled around. It was awesome being able to actually pop fireworks, because I haven't done that in a while. Steph reminded me that this was actually my first time popping fireworks as a dad. We had Liliana in 2018. She was a baby. I didn't really care to go out there and pop fireworks if I couldn't, do it with them. And COVID hit and stuff like that, and so then we had Miles, and it was dope to be able to pop fireworks with them and to have her be able to like hold some and throw some, and just see the kids really enjoy it. We're out there with the neighbors, and we're all just like super tight. So it was just like a dope block party with the 3 of our houses, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. And just when midnight hit and we just lit everything up, it was crazy because it felt like we were in the center of all the fireworks, like we were in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 or something, at the end. And it was just a really beautiful sight to see, especially since they're still building in our neighborhood, and there were less houses at the time. So there were no houses in the way, no trees in the way to see anything. Everything was just pop, 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 all around us. And then Johnny and I had the epic sword fight. I thought that I was like this happy-go-lucky person all the time. I realized that I can't be this happy, strong person every single day of the year. And that was kind of difficult to deal with. I had a lot of stuff on my mind. I started thinking things that I don't normally think. And then some days just kind of felt like I was just like by myself, you know what I mean? And I didn't really know how to process it because I wasn't really, I feel like I'm good at conversation, but there are just certain things I did not know how to open up about, and I didn't know how to communicate the right way, or who to communicate it to. Even though I knew that I had plenty of people in my life that I could talk to about things. I just didn't know how to just say, hey, yo, this is what's going on with me. You know what I'm saying? So, but after talking to my wife, talking to my brother, talking to, very good friends of mine, and just opening up and just being vulnerable, it turned things around for me. You know what I mean? And things got better for me. After Jason David Frank passed away, and after DJ Twitch passed away, considering the circumstances, I was like, man, these are dudes that from what I see on the internet, you know what I mean? So, but from what I see on the internet, I was like, they just seem super happy, always smiling, and especially with Jason David Frank. I mean, I call him Tommy, the Green Ranger, but just all the videos I've seen of him that other people have posted, videos that he posted, I was like, it was hard for me to believe that was how he passed away. And I want to say his was in November and then DJ Twitch was in December. And I just found myself just thinking about it a lot. Like, you know what I mean? Just like, yo, how did that happen to them? You know, and then just, I don't know, just being a human being and just having things on my mind, things that I worry about, I began to understand how things could happen to someone. You know what I'm saying? Something like that could happen to someone. And I don't know, man, it just really tripped me out, and it was on my mind for a while. And I was just thinking about stuff that I was going through, and I've had similar conversations with other friends. And it's difficult because as men, we, like I said, we just don't know, we don't always know how to open up or when to open up or to who to open up to. And, you know, sometimes it's like you want to carry this weight on your shoulders and feel like, you know, I got this. I've worked through plenty of other issues on my own, you know, throughout my life. And I've come to realize that there are certain things I didn't feel like I needed to talk about that I should talk about. And I don't know, like I couldn't shake it for a while. And talking to my wife and my friends and getting back to my hobbies really helped me get that off, and just really helped me. I can't even say snap back to being me. I feel like it made me a better version of myself, and I am incredibly grateful and thankful and blessed. Incredibly. And thanks for listening. My favorite character from Resident Evil has always been Leon, because the first Resident Evil game I completed when I was in high school, I believe I was a freshman, was Resident Evil 4 on a Nintendo GameCube. And yeah, since then, Leon's always been my favorite character, so it was dope to actually have a chance to play the game that he debuted in. So, I also bought a few other Resident Evil games on sale, including Resident Evil 4. So I was like, man, I know the remake of Resident Evil 4 is coming out this year, so let me go ahead and play through this. And I've been playing that with my son, Miles. And it's crazy because Miles can actually play the game by himself. He can't beat the whole game because there are certain parts that he doesn't really understand, you know, how to progress through yet. But he is able to actually shoot enemies, aim, switch to the knife when he wants to, pull up his inventory and pick out, you know, whether he wants to use grenades or flash bombs, or switch from, you know, one weapon to the other. He just doesn't know how to heal himself yet. He's done it before, but I haven't seen him do it consistently, right? So we beat it, and I've been going back now trying to get the Chicago typewriter so that Miles truly can just play through the whole game by himself. Because, you know, the gun never runs out of bullets, and it's incredibly strong. So we're working on that. But we were also very excited for the remake coming out, and I let Miles play through the demo. He wasn't able to complete the demo on his own, but he was able to take out an enemy, and he likes to watch me play the demo over and over and over. And it's just really cool to be able to just like bond with my 2-year-old son over Resident Evil 4. Like, you know what I'm saying? But Resident Evil 4 will always be one of my top 10, maybe even top 5 favorite video games. I'm super excited for the remake. I've just been playing through it, clipping it, just a whole bunch of stuff, man. And I remember watching, it might have been a Watch Mojo list of the top 10 Resident Evil games. And I want to say that Resident Evil 4 came in second place, only because Resident Evil 2 Remake came in first place. And I completely agree with it, because the horror aspect of Resident Evil 2 Remake is incredible. But I'm really hoping, based on how the demo was, based on what I've seen, I'm really hoping that the top 3 games will be Resident Evil 4, and then above that, Resident Evil 2 Remake, and then in first place, I'm really hoping it'll be Resident Evil 4 Remake. It looks awesome. It has a really good vibe to it, a really good feel to it, and you know, like I said, I played through Resident Evil 4 again recently, there were only a few moments that kind of had me like, you know what I mean, like a little uneasy or whatever, if that. But playing the demo had me like, yo, you know what I'm saying? So it's cool. Like even then, like when you start the game or start the demo, and it's like everything that was held or took place during the daytime on the original game now seems to take place at that specific part of the game at nighttime, and it really enhances the experience. So yeah, I'm super excited for Resident Evil 4.